You're watching 3 Questions with Kat. Overcome your obstacles and find success. Hey everyone, it's Catherine Norland, and I am back for another episode of 3 Questions with Kat. We're gonna see if I can say her name right. Maricella?
Perfect.
Yes! Okay, it's not totally exactly how I picture it being spelled. Maricella.
Right. It's spelled Maricella.
Ah, okay. Now we know. It's a special kind of pizzazzy name. So, you haven't seen this series that I'm doing, but I ask 3 questions.
Okay.
So we're just going to get into it.
Yeah,
the
let's get into
first
it.
question is, what do you think stops people from having success in life?
Probably a fear of success.
Can you explain more about what that would be?
Wow.
How does fear of success come into play, stopping you from getting the success you want?
Right. I think it could be fear of failure and fear of success. But if I'm specifically talking about fear of success, I think we have these hardcore beliefs that kind of contradict sometimes something that we want, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like procrastination might be something that people shame themselves with, right? I procrastinated too long. Why didn't I get things done? Instead of thinking maybe it's an inner intuition feeling that kind of goes against whatever we're procrastinating, and there should be no shame involved with that. I'm kind of all over the place, a little esoteric.
Okay,
but
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to track with you.
Right. So
are you saying that the procrastination is in some ways a protection mechanism, that they're afraid of what might happen if they get success, so they procrastinate on doing the things that might make them successful? Or are you saying something else?
So I'm saying, like, sometimes if we're procrastinating, we really try to, maybe it's something that we truly don't want, but we think we want that because society tells us this is what we should want.
Yeah.
This is what we need. But obviously there's something inner in us that's fighting, and it might come out as procrastination, but sadly that's toppled with shame and guilt and all these things that I know I'm guilty of sometimes when I self-sabotage myself. Instead of thinking, what is it that our soul truly wants?
You know, I'm now kind of tracking with you, and I remember there was things that my old acting coach would say, my mentor would say, do this, do that, and I could understand where he was coming from and why he might think that would be the thing, but there was something in me that was putting up resistance, and it was almost like it didn't vibe right with my soul. It didn't align with what I felt like God put in my heart. So every time I would try to do that thing, it was just like grating. It was like, oh, I can't, I'm trying. I know that might be good for me, but it didn't.
They agree.
The train agrees. It's like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But it didn't sit well with me. So that was kind of the procrastination. That instead of beating ourselves up like, you're procrastinating, you're such a shameful, you loser, why aren't you doing what you know you're supposed to do? Go, okay, there's a reason I'm resisting this. What is that? And explore that, and maybe it's something you shouldn't even be doing to begin with.
Right.
Ooh, good one. Okay, so that kind of went places, but I think we honed in on what it is. And
the essence of it.
The essence of it. So ask yourself, instead of beating yourself up about why you're procrastinating about something, get down to the heart of, like, why am I procrastinating? What am I afraid is going to happen? Why aren't I doing it? And just start asking yourself a lot of questions and doing some introspection, because that would lead you to some good answers that you need to know. Right.
Teal Swan, I don't know if she really talks about this, and she goes deep, way better than I can go.
Oh, okay.
But she really explores this idea of procrastination not being this shameful thing that we all
I've not heard of
experience.
Is she like a self-help guru?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. May have to check her out.
And I'm sure you'll get a lot more
okay, we can go deeper.
With her.
We can go deeper, but
we can get the essence, right?
That was a good
feeling this resistance
start.
And kind of like not beating ourselves up about it, but really exploring.
Because it could be protecting us. It could be maybe we're not supposed to do that thing that we're procrastinating on doing anyway. So think about that instead of thinking, oh, you're a loser and a jerk for not doing it.
Well, these hardcore beliefs that we have, they're so embedded in us.
That's true.
That it goes deep.
That's true.
They're voices from the past.
That's true.
Voices we grew up with.
The next 2 questions will be fast.
Okay.
How do you overcome obstacles? you've got stuff standing in the way between you and your dreams. How do you get over that?
I take action. Sometimes when I'm like anxietied out about something or I'm worried about something, obviously it hasn't even happened yet.
Yes.
And if I just take one step and get moving in some kind of action instead of being still, I realize it's not really as bad as I made it out to be.
You know, I've noticed that nothing is ever as hard or as scary as you make it out to be in your mind. Once you begin, you're like, oh, this isn't so bad.
Right. I don't hate it as much as I do. And this is easier than I thought.
Yeah,
and
I am capable. I just didn't think I was capable. It was not until you actually start to do the thing where you realize, oh, I was building this up into my mind to be much bigger than it is.
Right.
Oh boy. Last question.
Okay.
What do you wish you would have known 5 years ago?
5 years ago. I don't know if this is 5 years ago, but that every day is a gift.
Approximate.
And I'm grateful for every single thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that. I'm sure I knew that 5 years ago, but it's just like
Were
one
you
of the-
living it though 5 years ago?
You know, every day that I get older, I'm just so much more grateful to be here and to just enjoy it because it's fleeting. And
Yeah.
so we got to enjoy it while we have it, and we have it right
Yes.
now. If you're watching, you have it. So
And gratefulness will bring more good things to you. All the things that you love and appreciate about your life, the more you love and appreciate and are grateful for them, more of those good things will come to you. The more you complain about the things you don't like, the more those things will come to you.
absolutely.
So keep your focus on gratefulness and not the ungratefulness, and your life will improve exponentially.
It really
All right,
will.
Maricella, how will people find you if they want to find you? Where can they see you?
They can find me on TikTok, Maricella1111, Instagram, Maricella11.
And you're going to spell that for people.
Maricella.
Awesome. Thank you so much for answering these
Thank you. That
questions
was so much
today. Yay! Bye, guys. Till next time and another episode of 3 Questions with Kat.
3 questions with Kat. I like that.
Get the tips you need to reach your dreams.